that record. We're talking about the one and only Fred Dryer, Hunter from television.
Yes, thank you so very much. And we're at the end. This is probably the last show before the end of the year, the beginning of the new year, 2018.
Unless they extend the year somehow, but
let's
if they don't.
try and introduce our guest here.
How do you introduce this guy? This guy has been in radio for as long as we've had CRN, maybe beyond that. He's a legendary disc jockey, played oldies, sings oldies just like you, loves oldies.
Yep.
Then he kind of took the talk world by storm right about the same time, maybe a little before the famed legendary Rush Limbaugh. And now he's degraded into a show that just features my daughter and him from a home. No, he has a great
home morning
nationally on 250-plus stations. The one and only Doug Steffen. Doug, welcome here.
Michael, I want you to know how grateful I would be nothing were it not for you.
Thank you very much.
That's high praise. That's a little bit too much starting off. That's a little.
But I wouldn't have had a good time on Christmas Eve had he not invited me to his house.
And Fred, I invited
you.
Fred.
Yeah,
I met you before, but we never had.
That's true. That's true too. But we were. But now we're a trifecta.
Yep.
I see it. I see the synergy here already, and.
The only two guys, that didn't sing at my Christmas party, and my daughter.
That's a misnomer.
My daughter
loves we both sung a little.
My daughter loves
Doug was singing. Just a second. Yeah. Doug was singing, and I was playing backup humming.
Oh,
I was the fill on the backup.
What is it? Mommy sang bass and Papa played fiddle?
Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor.
Mama sang tenor.
Me and little brother hung right in there. Johnny Cash. This Doug Steffen sings on his show all the time with Oli, so I was amazed. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We had a great time on Christmas Eve.
It's very nice.
And all the desserts are gone.
And he's very kind to bend his schedule. I think you're bending. You're bending the schedule.
He's usually asleep by now.
My grandson is waiting for me, but Fred invited me to come, and so I always take up invitations are few and far between these days, so I figured I better show up.
I said pop in, and we'll chat, and here we are.
That's good. Now, it's a good day that you're here, Doug, because Fred Dryer and our crack team, our executive producer, Courtney Cadera, genius that she is, has put together, listen to this, a year-end show, and she thinks all the time on the top of her game, the top 10 stories of 2017. She brought it to us on a fresh sheet, so we're going to go through and get comments from Fred Dryer and from a non-sports person like yourself.
I'll be sure. This is a great way to keep me quiet.
Okay, number 10, there was a big...
I can find my way through most conversation about most anything.
Yeah. I wouldn't
I haven't even gotten to number 10 yet, and they're already kibitzing. Okay,
I could be the big-voiced announcer and do number 10.
Mixed martial... Yeah, can you do that for us?
I can do that,
yeah.
Well, do we want to start off with 10 and go back, or 1 and go...
No, go to 10.
Countdown always goes.
To me, they're all preposterous stories
we'll
anyway.
Go quick,
Number 10.
Okay, the mixed martial arts star Conor McGregor stepped into the boxing ring and he faced undefeated champ Floyd Mayweather Jr. Of course, Mayweather won, but it was a battle right to the very end.
I never bought the fight literally, and I got to tell you, I never bought it.
Go ahead, cough again.
Thank you very much.
I never. What was that anyway? I never bought any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I never bought any of that stuff. And so when I saw the fight start off, it was just typical, Mayweather just waiting, and then that was it.
But now Mayweather may go into the mixed martial arts now, they're saying. That's the new year. That'll be interesting.
That's not going to
Isn't that just like wrestling? This stuff is all prepackaged.
No. They got to be athletic to do the mixed martial arts. Wrestling is entertainment.
But why? One of them was a boxer and the other guy, so what was the deal?
Mixed martial arts. That means you can do karate and all that kind of stuff.
He couldn't kick. He couldn't kick. Or bring the guy to the ground. He had to box.
You know what? There should be a senior division doing this, and Dryer should be one of the opponents. A senior division of the MMA.
Yep.
Put Dryer in there with somebody else.
There it is.
Who else can we put in there?
Next on our list.
Evidently that idea didn't go over well. Number 9.
Okay, now Kevin Durant was a new acquisition on the Golden State Warriors. He leads the Warriors. Everybody in Northern California, sports byline people going crazy, to the NBA championship over the defending champion Cleveland Cavaliers. You're a basketball guy, Fred Dryer. Everybody kind of thought that would happen, but it was a pretty good, hard-fought series there, and up to that point, and they sort of overwhelmed Cleveland.
Yes, and I think as a team, if they were to play 3-4 more times, they'd probably win 2 to 3 or 4 of them. I mean, Cleveland's good, certainly. They're great.
What about this year in 18? Any predictions? Will Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors be back there again?
They got to worry about Houston. I would think.
Everybody has to worry about Houston. The Dodgers worried about him. We'll get to that in a second. But
I would say that the Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors, I think all those teams are very capable of winning it all, and it depends between now and time who gets hot, and that is pretty much what it is. The last game was played here was played without Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So if he plays, then they got an upper hand there. If he doesn't, then it's going to be a closer game.
The Lakers, are they looking pretty good?
No.
Well, here's the thing. They should be, because Kobe Bryant has designed a new themed uniforms, and it was unveiled, and it's got a snake print, and he designed the Lakers. It's the Kobe Bryant City Edition jersey in collaboration with Nike this year. So you might be looking for that.
No girls on the shirts in the logo.
No, it's a snake.
No, he calls himself the Black Mamba.
Yeah, the Black Mamba.
And he's got to stop. I mean, he's been gone a year now. It's wonderful. He was fantastic, but stop butting in. That the team can only take off and become their own team if
you
he
don't
just
make
butts
a
out.
snake jersey. Yeah, January 26th, the game in Chicago, they will be unveiled. You'll be able to see those. So be looking for that in the new year.
I got to write it down.
Number 8.
All right, this is the United States failed to qualify for soccer's World Cup championship, and this is really something here. This was the first time since 1986. Four-time champion Italy also failed to qualify. You're a big soccer fan, I know, and this really devastated you.
I could not be further away. Saturn is further away from the Earth than I am from. I couldn't.
Might be going to number 7. All right,
Yeah.
Number 7.
All right, Clemson mounted that last-second comeback to beat Alabama for college football's national championship. That was an exciting game.
That was a good game. Yeah, that was a good game.
That's it?
That's it.
Big story of the year?
I mean, what's the story? I don't know. The
story is we're going to number 6.
Thank you, Doug. I'm glad Doug is here today because he's great.
Doug takes the onus off these terrible stories. Go ahead.
Russia is banned from the Winter Olympics for a massive doping scheme.
No,
at the
not
2014
Russia.
Sochi Games.
Not Russia.
It was a surprise, wasn't it?
Oh, man.
Who saw that coming, Doug? What do you think?
The biggest dope of them all is Bad Vlad. Pukin Putin. He's in charge. End of that.
Is that his name, Bad Vlad?
Pukin Bad Vlad is
Pukin
Putin.
Bad Vlad.
That's it.
Good, Doug. That's a good one.
I like that.
Yeah, well, we got number 5 to look forward to.
Coming to you when we come back.
Number 5
So
next.
Hold next. We got an announcer on the show here today. This is really good stuff. All right, hang in there. Follow Fred on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Email him, freddryer@crntalk.com, and check out his website. It's brand new, freddryer.co. Yeah, it's a .co. He lost the M. We'll find it someday. You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call Smart Fares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
Calling all party planners, it's not too late. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante because good dates are still available for your holiday celebration. Book a holiday party in one of our banquet rooms and receive $200 off the services of our fun and talented disc jockeys. This offer available for events taking place in the month of December on new bookings with banquet room policies subject to availability. Plus, come to our Sunday champagne brunch for just $21.95. Bring your group. It includes an extensive buffet, mimosas, omelets made to order, fresh Belgian waffles, a chocolate fondue station, or try our Holiday Express buffet for your business lunch, just $13.95. Relax in our holiday festivities. One size fits all. Get a gift certificate at Angelo's and Vinci's, named Best Italian Restaurant 2017 on the Orange County Hot List. Festive and decorated for the season with our spectacular Christmas tree in the middle of the Italian town square. Feel the spirit at Angelo's and Vinci's in downtown Fullerton. Call 714-879-4022, 714-879-4022. We're back here in the Sports Lounge, CRN Digital Talk
Number
Radio.
5.
Every week at this time. Have a staff announcer on the show today, the
Yes.
legendary Doug Steffen,
That's
radio
a
broadcaster.
firm reading of number 5.
Extraordinaire.
Number
I have
5.
to not wave at him. If I point, he does things like that. And he'll say number 5 or something.
Oh,
Anyway,
you can see us on television, right?
yeah,
That's right. No,
on our website at crntalk.com, Tiki Live, and on Roku with our Roku channel. On anybody's got the Roku box, just check out CRN. You get the app on there. It's absolutely free, and you can watch us here as we do the show live. And we're here, of course, on the weekends as well, too, each and every weekend. Fred Dreyer is the star of our program, the all-pro defensive end. Played for
he
the
was
Rams,
number 5 also, wasn't
played for the Rams, played for the New York Giants, and played for a while for your
Patriots.
New England. Didn't play for them. He actually was signed by them for a short period of time. There, by the way, there's our genius producer, Courtney Cadera, who came in here. You saw her arm.
So what was your number as a football player? Did you have the same number?
I had a
on
couple.
teams?
I used to mix them up. I had 77, and then I had 89.
You got rid of that 77 really early on, didn't you?
That was about the
When
time.
when I went to the Giants, they
Yeah,
gave me 89.
Was that about the time 77 Sunset Strip was a big TV show?
You know something? 60. You tell me. 67.
Yes.
68.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. All right. Good memory.
For those of you, look
Very
it up.
good.
77 Sunset Strip, a show that just these two gentlemen know. I never heard of it. All right, here we
it's too
go.
much too
We're
young.
doing the top 10, the list of the top 10 sports stories of 2017. If you just joined us, MMA star Conor McGregor boxed with Floyd Mayweather was 10. Kevin Durant led the Golden State Warriors to the NBA championship. 8 was the United States not qualifying for the World Cup in soccer. Number 7, Clemson, last-minute comeback against Alabama. Number 6, a surprise for all of us, Russia, can you imagine this, banned from the Winter Olympics for a massive doping scheme. We still haven't gotten our hands around
I don't
that
believe that for some reason.
No, never happened. That was bad, Vlad. Okay, number 5.
The president of the USA Gymnastics resigns amid a sexual abuse scandal that includes revelations by some of the sport's biggest stars that they were victims.
Oh, I know.
Now,
The
this ties in.
shot putter was sexually assaulted.
This is
The
it goes.
swimmer.
This
The
is the
swimmer.
big deal. Yeah.
Swimmer assaulted the shot putter.
Are we talking about men or women?
Take your pick. They're all the same, I think. in the Olympics.
This is a serious story. This has affected news all over.
All of these are serious stories,
Yes.
but we don't take them as such. But go ahead.
Glad I came. Number 4.
Number 4, in a season that included his 4-game suspension for Deflategate, Tom Brady, one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, honorable mention of Vince Ferragamo. Tom Brady engineers a record-breaking comeback as the Patriots defeat the Falcons in the first-ever Super Bowl overtime. That was an amazing Super Bowl,
That
Fred.
was a very good Super Bowl, and I adhere. I think your choice in selecting this as such is pretty good.
I mean, everybody thought that Atlanta was going to win that game, and they were all going, "Oh yeah!" And there was a little political undertones here because the owner of the Patriots was a supporter. Bob Kraft, a supporter of Donald Trump. So everybody wanted to see those Patriots go down, and I'm just sitting there smiling as Tom Brady, using his prowess as an incredible athlete, and the entire team come back and steal that one from the Atlanta Falcons.
All right, so I have a question, Fred and Michael, just as if I may take the prerogative of the announcer.
Yes.
The story this week was the Darryl Strawberry.
Doug Steffen, everybody.
Doug Steffen,
Yeah.
The DJV
I'm
show.
announcing it so they know who you are. Go ahead.
All right. So this week, Darryl Strawberry said that he had, in various circumstances, in between innings, he'd go to the locker room and have sex.
What?
I'm serious about that. There's a serious story this week.
Did you hear that? I did not hear that story.
Strawberry having sex.
I thought he did dope. I'm pretty sure he did dope.
He did dope and sex.
Maybe he did dope. And
so I wonder if Tom Brady did so well if he went between the periods to meet his wife.
No, Brady is on the up and up. I'm telling you, this guy is.
What's wrong with his wife?
She's beautiful, and they have a diet, and they get themselves in shape. The guy's like 40 years old, and he's still playing football.
Yeah.
41,
about 40.
Yeah, 40.
It's amazing. It's amazing. This guy, and there's been some great, quarterbacks over there. Manning and all these guys in there, and you talk about the great San Francisco had greats and everything. This is an amazing.
But we really don't have time to do this Deflategate. It was mentioned here, but we don't have time to.
Did he really let the air out of the balls? Do you think?
Look. Did he have it done, and did someone do it? I don't know. No one can prove it. But yet they suspended him based on the fact that somebody had to do it, so we're sticking it on you. This whole thing was a scam because they hated him. They hated the owner for other transgressions that they said were penurious to the job.
Here. That's our Fred Dryer, and that is my opinion exactly. I agree with
the OJ symptom.
He was the fall guy for it because they had to do something, You follow the Patriots, don't you?
From
New
England.
You're from Boston. You're from New England.
It's a sports town and a half
That's right.
up there.
Yeah.
Fred was with them. They signed him for a while.
Did you get a check? Did you get a check from him?
I didn't get anything. I got two busy signals on a long distance call. That's all I got from him.
But it was an exciting career. And he
Number 4 is what's next? Number 3.
He was an all-pro defensive end with the Patriots, just like he was with the Giants and the Rams. We'll be back.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. Molly's Game is in theaters this week, starring Jessica Chastain. This high-stakes true story of Molly Bloom, an Olympic-class skier who ran the world's most exclusive high-stake poker game and became an FBI target, is in my top films of the year.
This is a true story.
You ran games in L.A. for roughly 8 years, and then you ran games in New York for roughly 2.
I haven't run a game in over 2 years.
Great story, excellent performances from Chastain and Idris Elba. So again, Molly's Game in theaters this week. For my full review and more, visit mungleshow.com.
When you really want to make New Year's memorable, you have got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. What a way to start 2018. Columbo's, the fun, easy, delicious, and affordable New Year's celebration destination. Don't forget the jazz. Now, what makes Columbo's special? Atmosphere. Good times. It's the real thing. No attitude. 323-254-9138. Write that number down before it's too late. Columbo's, 323-254-9138. Start the new year right with great Italian specialty steaks, seafood galore, and the world's greatest meatballs. Columbo's for New Year's, because it really is that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's. Mangia.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. 8803. Call right now. That's 800-485-8803.
Aloha! Experience your home away from home being beachfront at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Begin your getaway relaxing on over 11 acres of tropical Hawaiian gardens at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii Magazine readers. Just walking around the grounds with all the tropical vegetation, relaxing poolside, or kicking back in the sun on the world-renowned Kaanapali Beach makes you feel like you're home in paradise. There's a package to fit all your needs. Wedding, honeymoon, activities, private parties, great food, or just good old beach fun. The hotel perpetuates the Hawaiian tradition at its best. Call 661-0011 or visit kbhmaui.com.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Hi, you lost?
Yes! Medicare is such a maze!
United Healthcare can help.
Is that why you're driving this bulldozer?
Hop in! Choosing a plan doesn't have to be complicated. United Healthcare has the people, tools, and plans to get you through it, including the only Medicare plans with the AARP name.
That was easy.
Need to find a Medicare plan? Get help now at uhcmedicare.com. AARP Medicare plans from United Healthcare. United Healthcare pays royalty fees to AARP. AARP is not an insurer.
Back in the Sports Lounge, I'm Michael Horn. The star of our show is the Funk Master, the All-Pro defensive end, the Sultan of Safeties, the one and only Mr. Fred Dreyer.
Thank you so much, Michael Horn. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the last show of the year. And we're thrilled to have with us our good friend, Doug Stuffin. Doug?
Did you ever think you'd do radio as you went down your career? You started in football, and then you became a big television star, and then movies and stuff. Did you ever think there would be a place for you on the radio?
Yes. Yes, I did. It was just a matter of hooking up with the right combination of people, and Mike is all of those.
Because you got a good voice for...
You guys, I got the very loud in my headphones, and I'm enjoying your two voices together. Work very nice. It's a good radio combo.
Thank you.
Now, can I be an actor? What can I do to...
Exactly.
I want to be an actor.
Well, you are right now. You're
doing this show, pal.
You're doing a great job right now.
Join the club here. All right, we're counting down the top 10 sports stories of 2017, and I believe we're at
number 4.
Number 3.
Oh, we had 3?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
What happened to 4?
Right,
what was
Doug.
4? Refresh our memory.
Deflategate.
Oh!
It was Deflategate.
Right,
And
okay.
he went on to win
Number
the Super Bowl.
3.
Houston Astros. This is the deal. The Dodgers finally get back into the World Series, and we love the Dodgers. Dave Roberts and the boys got into that World Series, but the Houston Astros are the story because they came in Game 7, lifted the spirits of that city, devastated by Hurricane Harvey, and won the World Series, snatched it from the Los Angeles Dodgers, who were favored in that game. Fred, your thoughts on that?
Were they favored in the series or just the 7th game?
I think they were favored in the series and that 7th game after they came back.
You know, it's really funny because when I saw the storm hit that part of the country, the first thing that went through me was, this is going to be serendipitous.
Yeah.
And Houston's going to win it.
And here's the deal. The Astros were an excellent team, but Yu Darvish, the Dodger pitcher that they acquired from the Texas Rangers, also in the state of Texas, he apparently was tipping his pitchers. Everybody knew he was tipping his pitches to the other team, and the Dodgers tried to work through that with him so he wouldn't do it.
Tipping his pitches?
You can tell by maybe they can see the seams or they can see the way he's letting go of the ball that they knew they were going to get a fastball or a curve.
Arm angles and stuff. Curveballs are like
he was
up here.
helping the other team?
No. He was just throwing it that way.
Unwittingly.
Yeah.
Unwittingly.
He's the Fred Dreyer, former big league pitcher, and tipping is a big
yes.
deal, right? I mean, if they know what's coming, they'll swing for a fastball.
And the counterpoint to that was the conversation kicked off that the Houston batters said, look, we did a good job all year of hitting pitchers, and we just picked it up coming out of his hand. You know, that's the whole deal. Yeah. That's what a batter is looking at. He's looking at the ball coming out of the pitcher's
at 95 miles an hour. You can figure that out.
It's arm angle, it's positioning, And it's that's why these guys hit this video thing strong. These guys can hit. All of these guys.
The best thing about Houston winning was the Yankees didn't win because they suck.
That's true. Yeah.
But the Yankees suck.
But the Yankees did not suck. The Yankees did a pretty good job over there. Okay, we're
at number 2 now.
College basketball.
We're moving right along.
College basketball comes under the microscope after a federal investigation reveals corruption involving recruiting practices.
Well, this has to do with Kentucky, the Louisville coach. What's his name? Help me out with this. What's the Louisville coach's name? Rick Pitino.
Yeah, there you go.
He was involved in some sort of a shakedown scandal a couple of years ago. It involved a nighttime sexual activity in the back room of a restaurant for recruiting purposes. And so this guy's been associated with a couple of real seamy type of events in his career. And so this was another one of them, and he resigned immediately. They didn't even wait to say, I didn't do it, I got proof. He just said, that's it, I'm done. So he's gone, and a couple other coaches will be gone too.
This is a big deal. This has hit college over there.
This is a big deal. Yeah, this is a big deal. You can't. It's very difficult to start walking into people's homes and talking to these kids' parents and saying, let me have your son for a couple of years. And
don't you think
I'll
the whole
get him
college thing with in these circumstances is out of kilter? How much focus there is on these athletes, what they get away with. The guy, there's a lot of focus on the kids and what heroes they are, but in fact they're always getting into trouble, and they are protected because they're athletes.
We need to know your thoughts on this. You can contact Fred on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, D-R-Y-E-R. You can get him at Facebook.com/TheRealFredDryer, and you can email him, FredDryer@CRNTalk.com, FredDryer@CRNTalk.com. But in going with what you're saying there, Doug Seven, it is a big deal because this started, I think, Fred, when USC had all these violations and stuff back there with when Pete Carroll was still on the team and all this stuff went down.
That was a situation where Reggie Bush.
There you go.
Reggie Bush's parents were given a house in San Diego. And Reggie says he didn't know anything about it, and so when
they got a house,
so he went home. When he went home for like spring break, and they wanted to do another house.
I got my own bedroom now,
and he never asked the question. Hey, Dad, where'd you get this house?
So which family was stranger? Was it maybe the Reggie Bush family or maybe the Ball family? The Ball's got it fixed. I mean, come on.
How
come that story's not on our list here?
LeVar Ball.
Yeah, and his 2 kids, the ones that were caught in China.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we kept saying
basketball and
we kept saying, leave him in jail for 6 months.
Yeah.
And for the father to have the guts to say, I'm not going to thank the president. The president, by the way, was the guy that called the president of China and said, let these 3 jackasses out and let them get back to L.A. and we'll sit on them for a couple of weeks and then we're going to cut them.
Do you think Trump actually said, let these jackasses? Because I remember when Obama called, what was it, one of the Puff Daddy, a jackass. Do you think Trump really
used that terminology?
Well, he didn't use it publicly, but I'll guarantee it.
Yeah.
It's that.
That's
very mild criticism.
This is Survey Extra. This Ball family thing should have been one of the top stories of the year. Am I right?
Well, now you come to think of it, yeah.
It should be on this list. Better than the soccer team not making the...
give me that list. I'm going to tear it up.
Don't tear it up. We got one more to go. We got the top story for our next segment where it's like, this is really great. We got everybody is waiting to see...
Number one.
Yeah, coming up, right? Number one coming
up. Number one coming up next on... the Fred Dryer radio program.
Sports Lounge with Fred Dryer. There you have.
Along
By
with
the way,
Mike Horn.
Along with Mike Horn. Yeah.
Mike Horn.
And
too.
your website is up there with the movie Highway 395. They should download it.
FredDryer.co. Highway 395. Go take a peek at it. That's great for year-end watching.
Why wouldn't it be good for the first of the year, too?
Well, it's over.
Oh.
Watch it at the end of the year and at the beginning. Start the new year right with that movie. We'll be back.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender involves so much more than just a rate. Only Quicken Loans has earned 11 J.D. Power Awards. No other lender comes close to that level of client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage. It gives our clients a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online in minutes. No one else has anything like it. And our people. Each one of our 17,000-plus team members throughout Detroit, Cleveland, and Phoenix provides absolute client satisfaction each and every day. So why would you go anywhere else to get your mortgage? Go to America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
We are back here in the Sports Lounge. We being yours truly, Michael Horn. The star of our show is the one and only Fred Dreyer, the actor, the sports legend, and the radio legend, who is a special guest today, our very own Doug Steffen from the DJB show, and he does a great show with Doug, Jennifer, and Victoria in the mornings here.
Would be
in
nothing
Tara.
without Jennifer Horn.
She's a great
Offspring of Michael Horn.
We're counting down the top sports stories of 2017 here. Number 10 was the MMA star Conor McGregor stepping into the boxing ring against Floyd Mayweather Jr. Number 9, Kevin Durant leading the Warriors to the NBA championship. Number 8, the USA not qualifying for the World Cup in soccer. Number 7, Clemson, a last-second comeback beating Alabama. Number 6, Russia, was shocking, banned from the Winter Olympics for massive doping, a scheme that was hatched by them. Number 5, the president of the USA Gymnastics resigning amid a sexual abuse scandal. Number 4, Tom Brady, after Deflategate, comes back with that comeback Patriot win over the Falcons in Super Bowl overtime. Number 3, the Astros taking on the Dodgers and in Game 7 beating them for the World Series championship. And number 2, college basketball coming under fire under the microscope with a federal investigation revealing corruption involving recruiting players. And now,
number 1,
NFL players who were kneeling during the national anthem said they were exercising their free speech rights, trying to bring attention to social injustices. Critics, including the President of the United States, one Donald J. Trump, who, by the way, the big story of the year, he won the election, said they were disrespecting the flag. I personally agree. The country, I agree. And the military, I also agree. Colin Kaepernick sued the league when no team signed him. Fred Dreyer, you have lots to say on this.
Well, there's too much to say about it. I'll just cut right to it. Colin Kaepernick is not a very good quarterback. He makes a lot of headway because he's black, and he complained that all blacks are getting clubbed by white policemen. That's not true. There's a lot of things that the hands up, don't shoot. That didn't happen. And all this kneeling down to disrespect the flag because America's a terrible country. He should thank God that there was a bunch of dumb white guys who own football teams that signed him to like about a $40 million contract.
And he walked away on the last year. He had $10 million staring him in the face.
Well, he left because he was going to be released anyway. But, I mean, it's not like he gave up guaranteed money.
Okay.
If he had stuck around and shut up, possibly he could have stayed on the team and got his salary, but he decided to shoot his mouth off, and he did, and America didn't like it, and the president didn't like it, Doug didn't like it, you didn't like it, and I didn't like it.
Kaprinsky, I used to call.
It was terrible. And so the ratings are down in the NFL. As a matter of fact, this Sunday night game is canceled. It's going to be just part of the afternoon game. They're going to have the morning games and the afternoon games. And the reason the NFL has canceled the Sunday night football game, which you would think would be really big on New Year's Eve, One word and one word only. Ratings. They think they won't get ratings.
Well, you
and
know,
they've been losing ratings because of this.
I agree, but here's what's interesting. What's playing out, and it's very disappointing for people. You know, I played in this league, and just because I did doesn't mean I have some secret insight to it. But it's heartbreaking because the league has fallen for the politic of skin color. This is a gag that the politic of skin color, the black politic in this country, and it is a politic. It's a very bad one, and they've disgraced themselves. They have no place to stand on what they supposedly were striking about. They're actually asking the National Football League to do something about racism, and if you have to be really stupid to actually think that's going to be taken on by the National Football League, and something is going to be done about it. They did not allow themselves a way out of this thing, and now they're stuck with it, and they're going to have to eat it. And there's a lot of people who will never come back to the sport to watch it. I don't watch regular season games. I'll peek in to see some playoff games and stuff, but I have really bailed out as a guaranteed fan of the sport. I watch college football. That's what I watch.
The politics of color. Most recently, American Airlines apologizing for accusing some pro basketball players of stealing blankets. They were kicked off the flight on Christmas Eve. Two minor league players who were trying to get to a game in Iowa, Tronson Burrell and Marquise Teague, found themselves kicked off the airlines. Apparently a flight attendant, she was black too, accused them of stealing blankets that had been handed to them by two first-class passengers as they made their way to their seats in coach, and they were kicked off the plane. And of course, the American Airlines
they wind up apologizing. All these corporations cannot take it. This is the beauty
but
of...
they wouldn't to white people. They wouldn't apologize.
But I know, but this is the beauty of Trump. If it were Trump on that airlines, he would have doubled down on. He would double down on that.
So let me ask you, back to when you started playing football, was fairly recent, the 64 marches, 65, all of the things that were coming about to under the guise, if you will, of Martin Luther King's leadership and what happened after he was killed. So the feeling in the country was changing. What was the feeling like on the football team around that time when you first started playing? Could the sort of thing that happened with Kaepernick this year have happened then?
It would have been very, very unusual for it to happen. But in the 60s, there were legitimate gripes and bitches that the politic of skin color had. It had not quite coagulated into a politic yet, but it was on its way. And I think Martin Luther King had the right aspect. I think he had the right take on it. And when he just said, look, it should be nonviolent. When he was killed, Jesse Jackson turned it into the Jesse Jackson movement, and it became violent.
There you have it. Follow Fred there on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Email him. We're going to have our email segment always in the show. You can email him at FredDryer, DRYER, at CRNTalk.com, and check out his website, FredDryer.co. That's a CO at the end there.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow.
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-309-2677. 800-309-2677. Call now. 800-309-2677. That's 800-309-2677.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares, first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Number 10.
Sorry, special guest, Doug Steffen, famed radio announcer. The DJV show, Doug, Jen, and Victoria. They do the show every morning at our CRN radio network and on over 250 stations around the country.
CRN, which of you have how many different channels, and we should be on all of them? Are we on all of them yet?
Two of them.
Two of them, that's all?
8, yeah.
What an outrage.
And we have, of course, the legendary Fred Dreyer is here with his Fred Dreyer Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn. So, listen, this is a big story here. The Cleveland Browns coach, Hugh Jackson, he went to the podium this Wednesday for his news conference. He looked at the media and he said, who's going to jump in the lake with me? Because apparently a year ago he said if the Browns went 1-15 again, people would find him swimming in Lake Erie. So apparently he's going to get some Speedos and jump in. But this could have been solved, Fred Dreyer.
It's a wrong verb. It should be floating.
Floating, okay, yes.
But you know what's interesting? Here's
when is he going to do this?
When is he supposed to do this?
Well, we'll see.
Because hopefully it's not this weekend. It's going to be about 13 degrees in Cleveland this weekend.
Well, now's when we want him to do it.
That's right. Get in there now. But they could have been a better team. They had a chance, didn't they?
Look, let me just tell you something. Any business, Donald Trump will tell you, any business, if they're organized and they know personnel, they know who they have, and they strip all the baggage away, put people in the right spots, let them do their jobs, you're going to win half your games. You're going to be successful. It's just human nature. So you can't show up 2 years in a row and win one game.
That's
you
tough.
just cannot do it.
Yeah, I know.
You just can't. You can't. You just can't. And so what was interesting is the thing about how I responded to the story was not so much that, oh gee, look how lighthearted Jimmy Haslam, the man that was the owner of the team we were talking about, Jimmy Haslam, the owner, and they're kidding about the team is so bad with the coach is going to jump in because he's going to punish himself, and look how funny that is. Well, here's what's funny. This organization had the ability to go out and get a quarterback. The last three drafts, they've drafted idiots. They drafted that alcoholic from Texas A&M,
Manziel, right?
Manziel.
Johnny Manziel.
Everybody told him, Doug, don't draft him. He's an idiot. You can't draft this kid.
He was on a plane with me once and he was drunk.
Yeah, I mean, he's an absolute known offender.
Who would have thought?
And you wasted... Here's what it is. Today, the quarterbacks are the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
Is that the guy you wanted to be the face of your business? Well, they did, and that's how incompetent Jimmy Haslam is. So So they got this guy. They got this Hugh Jackson, a pretty good coach. He's got a good pedigree, and people like him. He's an affable guy.
He's going to be back, according to Haslam.
He's going to be back. He's going to be great after he dries off and takes some.
He's going to do it when the weather gets warmer.
Is that what he's going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. We're all rooting for him.
But they had a chance with that quarterback. Didn't they have the guy on?
But here's the deal. Yeah. What they should have done is they should have done what everybody expected them to do, but they didn't do, and that is hook, line, and sinker, give them all their draft. They're going to have the first pick in the draft this year.
Right.
So they could have given that up to the Patriots and got in Garofalo.
And look what Garofalo's done for the 49ers.
Yeah, they won what, 4 out of 5
something
or something
like that. The guy's coming back big time.
But I mean, you can't ask people to spend hard money and show up every Sunday and perform like this and be this stupid. What they're going to say? No, we don't want Garofalo, who's a proven guy out of a great system. We want a 19-year-old kid out of USC or UCLA.
Fred Dryer for president.
Fred Dryer for the Sports Lounge. He'll be back in the new year, by the way. Fred will be here. What you can do, though, is if you're not doing so by now, and you, Doug Stephan, should do this, follow him on Twitter, Fred_Dryer, D-R-Y-E-R, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dryer. Email him at FredDryer@CRNTalk.com. That's F-R-E-D. There's your Fred, D-R-Y-E-R. There's your Dryer at CRNTalk.com. And check out his new movie, Highway 395, on his website, FredDryer.co. That's FredDryer.co.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. Of course, you can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well as on our website at crntalk.com. But if cutting-edge technology is more your style, you'll be happy to know that CRN is now available on Wi-Fi radio. Simply log on to Receiva.com.